For a man accused in the bonfire murders is moving forward. The charges related to the deaths of 4 young people in 2016. Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live at the Henry County Courthouse for us. And Yasmina, this trial has not come without its share of controversy.
Tracy, that's right. And I can tell you that closing arguments are actually happening right now inside of the courtroom here in Henry County. If convicted, Matthew Baker is facing the death penalty for charges in that quadruple murder. But Baker and his family, along with supporters, are maintaining that he is innocent. It's testimony from the other man convicted in these murders that Baker and his supporters are hoping will help him. Jacob Koski is serving life in prison after confessing to killing the victims. This started nearly 8 years ago when 4 young people were shot at a bonfire. Destiny Ollinger, Keith Gibson, Sophia Bullard, and Matthew Hicks were shot during a possible disagreement, according to police at the time. Baker was at the scene that night with his acquaintance Koski. Baker was held as an accessory to the crime, but his mom told us her son had nothing to do with this.
I know people have their own views, but Matthew Baker, is really innocent. Jacob testified yesterday and today that he did it all, and he don't know why he did it.
And Lanier says that her son Matthew has maintained his innocence for nearly 8 years, waiting for this trial to start. And again, closing arguments did begin this afternoon. Live in Henry County, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.